Hey, it's Ryan with my business Blue Black Digital, and today we're going to be talking about networking events and what I think about them. Are they a waste of time? So let's just jump right into it. So, some people say networking events is a waste of time. What do I think about that? I think it really depends on one, the event you're going to, two, how you want to take it, like what you're going there for. So, when networking events are done right, I believe it can be very beneficial. Um, I've gone to a bunch of networking events, and I'll talk about that here shortly. And there's also a good link that I'll have down below that allows you to find networking events. It's called Meetup. Okay, the first thing is what separates a good networking event from a bad networking event. So, one thing is people. Um, if you just have like a bunch of people that aren't really interested in the event, they're just there for the food, for instance, or they're just there to sell something to you or other people or sell a product, that's not really a good networking event, right? Who wants to be there? Um, so they can look, bad networking events can look like, also boring. It's good to have a good group of people there so it's easier to get a good conversation going. If it's just like one or two, obviously if it's a one, it's not even a networking event. But if it's like two or three, it's kind of hard to have like a good conversation. It's not impossible, but it's more beneficial if there's like at least five there, for instance. Another thing that I think makes it kind of bad is when the host of the event, doesn't acknowledge anyone or they're just not really there at all. I've gone to events where there was no host because they made an event. Let's talk about some of the good events and what I look for. So, some of the good events, good things to look for in networking events is the host greets you when you enter, or they recognize you if you've been there before. If you're not the first person, there's other people like chatting. Yeah, if you're just showing up and there's already people there, then you see they're like chatting amongst each other. That's a good sign. This is kind of a joke, but it seems like a lot of the events I go to that are at coffee shops are pretty good. And also, I just love going to coffee shops, honestly, for work and for meetups. And then if there's like five or more people, there is a good sign. I mean, it's not bad if there's less, like I said, but it's not ideal. And if it's focused around a topic, so like one of the events that I go to regularly is a software development meetup, and that's a really good event. It's very focused on software development and web development. And then, of course, business meetups are really good because they have like a solid focus why they're there to network with other business owners. And here's my opinion zone. Is my opinion correct? Yes, it is. So you should listen to it. Why should you go to networking events and are they worth it? So if you're going to a networking event just to sell something or sell a product, stay home. Nobody wants you there, honestly. It's like, it's really aggravating when you're going and it's just like it's like you're buying a new car and people are just there to try to sell you. That's really aggravating. If you're there to actually network with people and share your knowledge and make good connections with people, then I highly recommend you going to networking events. Depending on what you're going for. I'm kind of coming at this from a business owner standpoint, but also a software developer as well, because those are the kind of events that I've gone to and I enjoy going to. And this is a business channel, so obviously. So yeah, if you're going there to make connections, it's good to go. Get out there, socialize. If you're introverted, it's still good to go out. You don't have to talk to as many people. Just do what feels comfortable to you. Um, you could always gravitate towards like one person maybe or a couple people. And a lot of times there's a lot of people that are kind of walking around trying to introduce themselves. So you don't necessarily have to, be the first one to introduce yourself. I'm pretty extroverted myself, so I'm the introducer. So a lot of times I'll walk up to people and introduce myself and whatnot. But I think either extrovert or introvert, it could benefit you. And yeah, like I said, it's a great way to make connections, honestly. But that's my take on networking events. Just to recap, good to go if you're there to make connections, not to sell. Look for groups that have at least 5 people. If they have some kind of chat or Discord, check that out first to see if there's people communicating. You could always just go, the first time and see if you like it. If not, don't go again, obviously. Coffee shops are a great place for meetups. And it's good if they're focused on one solid thing, like software development, business networking, heck, even like, I don't know, board games. I see some board game meetups and stuff. So, yep, that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, if you wanna stay up to date with me, my business, and you want to hear more about my takes on stuff, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. I have a few more months left, so help me get there. And like this video. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.